All right, this morning I am shooting for some Beyond sausage, some eggs from Just Egg, and a little yogurt here. Again, probiotics because I gotta stay regular. But adding some more protein there with the flax seeds, the hemp hearts, and the chia seeds. Again, I just kind of mix it in along with a little monk fruit. I don't know how that's about to taste. Oh, it got a little vanilla in it too. So trying to get my protein in. I want to add veggies, so I'm about to count my carbs to see if I can get some veggies in with this. So we'll see. All right, so I was able to add some veggies. I got this from Costco. It has the zucchini and squash, yellow squash, broccoli, some bell peppers, and avocado oil. It also has a little onion. Onion and tomato are not a part of the core food groups. And then that's why I think I know, but this is pre-made and a little onion ain't gonna hurt nobody. That's kind of how I'm having to look at it because this was a godsend. I don't need to cut anything up, chop anything up. I can just throw it in the pan. Hopefully you hear it in the background. Just throw it in the pan. That's what I needed this morning. Get some extra veggies in there. All right, this is it. Breakfast is served. All right, so for lunch, I decided to use the rest of these tofu crumbles that I made. I made these more, Mexican based with like cumin and coriander and stuff like that. Just marinated them for a few hours and then baked them in the oven alongside the bell peppers. Again, kind of just seasoned those the same way and baked them on a sheet pan in the oven. And then I have a cup of lettuce underneath and just a little bit of vegan cheese. And then have some celery that I'm going to have with this kite heel French onion dip. I actually don't like the dip. I like their other brand. I didn't like the French onion with the cucumber yesterday. So I'm gonna try it again today with the celery and then potentially use maybe cream cheese if that doesn't work out. But yeah, that's what we're having for lunch. Oh, I'm gonna top this with a little bit of hot sauce. Alrighty, here's dinner. I decided to make some stuffed bell peppers. I actually never made bell peppers before. Stuffed bell peppers before. So this was my first time and they are vegan. I use Abbott's ground beef. And this is just the deconstructed version. I had leftover stuffing and I had leftover bell peppers from lunch. So I just decided to make it deconstructed. I know the vegan cheese, mozzarella is not melted here. I did not steam it, get more water in there, but I did on this. So yeah, hopefully it turns out well. It has cauliflower rice in it as well as some mushrooms. Good morning. It's the weekend. Happy, but unfortunately I'm not feeling the best. I think I have like I don't want to say a sinus infection, but my sinuses are annoyed. It's really in the back. Back there. Not even my nasal passages so much. It's just in the back. I don't think it's the keto flu. I was out and about living my best life. So I think I might have picked up something. But either way, I don't seem to have a fever, which is good. So maybe it is a keto flu. I don't know. My coach didn't seem to think it was or one way or the other. Either way, today the plan is to eat the same thing. So for breakfast, I'm having the same thing I had yesterday. For lunch though, I will have a Beyond Burger and one lettuce. And again, for dinner, I'm gonna have the stuffed peppers, the deconstructed stuffed peppers. I'm gonna have that until I run out. I don't mind eating the same thing over and over again. It actually makes things easier. I can just go and eat and move on about my day. So we'll just see how the day goes. Tried Element, LMNT Element. It's good. I really thought it was gonna be like really, really salty, but it wasn't. I was really surprised. So that was a good thing. I I've been doing the broth as well. Again, only because I want to make sure I'm starting off on the right foot this morning. So this again is day 2. This morning my ketones were 0.6. Yesterday was 0.5. And I'm the same exact weight as yesterday. I didn't lose anything. I didn't gain anything. I feel good now. The broth does help. Element does help. So we're just going to continue on. I've been taking a couple pills for whatever's going on with my sinuses. This morning I did a stronger spray to see what that helps, but I normally relax on Saturdays. I had to get up to run the kid off to a field trip competition, so I have to pick him up later, but otherwise it's just going to be a chill day. So hopefully nothing major happens. I'm gonna keep an eye to just make sure I don't have a fever, because if I do want to go ahead and dip that in the bud, but otherwise I'm just going to live my best life. So that's it for now. Ta-ta. So for dinner, I have a Beyond Burger with chow cheese. I've got some power greens, and I just cooked them down in the pressure cooker and the Instapot, and put a little of the ume plum vinegar along with the furikake, and then I'm gonna just add some mayo and mustard to my burger, and I'm gonna have some broth and call it a night. Hey y'all, it is day 3. I took my weight this morning and I'm down 1.5 pounds-ish. I'm not really tracking too much. Just writing it down and moving on with life. I'm also, my ketones are at 1.2. It was a little harder this morning to prick my finger, so I had to switch up on another finger, so I guess I'm just gonna have to rotate through. It wasn't hard to prick it, which is not much blood was coming out. I actually had to waste a strip, but nonetheless. Breakfast today was the same as yesterday, which was the same as the day before. That's how I roll. That's how I do. For lunch today, we're gonna have the stuffed bell peppers, and then for dinner, I'm going to get takeout. So I'm still deciding what I'm going to get, trying to pick the best option for me, but we shall see. As you can hear, I feel much better. I'm getting some relief in terms of my nasal congestion, but now I'm getting the runny nose part, and you sound really sick, but you actually feel real better part. So we'll take that with a grain of salt. But I am going to make a dip real quick. So let me show you that. So I really wasn't feeling that Kyle French onion dip. The other dip, like I said, I think it was ranch, was great. So I've tried it multiple things, and that's just not it. So if you didn't know, the Kroger brand of this ranch dip mix, not buttermilk or anything else, this is vegan. So I'm pairing it with a vegan cream cheese. This is Forager. Doesn't matter which brand. I would have pick whatever, but that's what the store had at the time. And then doing that with some broccoli, so lots of veggies on this, some protein again from the mix, but wanting to keep the roughage in the digestive system, if you know what I mean. So this is for lunch, and yeah, bon appetit. This is some chicken style crumbled tofu that I baked and then made with some power greens on the side with some vinegar and some kimchi. Here is that same tofu in masala sauce, and again some power greens. Yes, masala does have a tomato base, so probably shouldn't do that, but I did. Here's what they call note meal. It is flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, heavy coconut cream, and a sweetener. I think you could add vanilla and cinnamon and all that other stuff. And here's Pokeworks. It's the tofu poke bowl. There's lettuce, greens, and cauliflower rice at the bottom, and the double portion of tofu. I don't cook on Sundays. This was a compliant meal, and I got a good dressing, and I just split this into mostly two, just a good dinner portion and then a slight lunch portion for leftovers. I like a good leftover and I didn't have to cook next day. This I'm calling a Euro bowl. It is the Abbott's Butcher ground meat with cauliflower rice and greens.